Good morning. おはようございます. Oh, today is going to be so much fun. Hi, Christy, Virginia, Adrian, Joanne, Elizabeth, Dennis, Hope, Julie, Wendy, Sue-Ann, Carrie. A lot of people joining us. Ava, Beverly, B, Michelle, Hope, Diane, Hillary. Okay, so we're getting started in just a few seconds. Hello, Mike and Poppy. Hi, Carrie, Marlene. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys. I have the wonderful privilege of being shown around. I have a beautiful chauffeur. We are on our way to the Crane Center now. Had a few unexpected twists and turns in our schedule today, so you can enjoy some of the beautiful Hokkaido scenery. Marlene, thank you so much for the tip. Everyone, if you are new to HeyGo, it is a tip and sponsor-based platform, so your tips greatly help us to find ways to bring you new content and share our time and our experience as guides with you. So we're going to have a whirlwind adventure today. Okay. Your snow looks like Chicago snow. ありがとうございます。じゃあ、降りますね。よし。Okay. So, good morning, everyone. Woof, this is an unexpected morning. I got up early, very, very early, so that I could catch the bus out to the Kushiro Crane Center. And then when I was messaging with my friend here, I can hear the cranes. She's like, so what time are you getting to the Tsururi Crane Center, which is another hour further away and not possible for me to get to. So we had a mistake in which place we were meeting. And anyway, she's just like, oh, well, I can meet you at the other place. And so that's how we ended up in the car last minute. It is very cold here in Kushiro. And we are going to, okay. おはようございます。よろしくお願いします。Thank you. This is Miss Kawase. Let me get us together here. What's your name?
My name is Miyuki Kawase. Nice to meet you.
Hello. Hi, they say. There are many people watching from all over the world.
Thank you. Now, many world crane coming here. Very beautiful. Please come.
Okay. Thank you. You can see she's got an amazing camera. Hello from Brisbane and Edinburgh and Wales. 本当に世界中の人たちが見てくれてます。We're very happy you are all here. Oh, thank you. ありがとう。
おはようございます。
おはようございます。Oh, this is the place I remember. Okay. すごい。何年ぶり？
今日は今 アンちゃんとスワン
Oh, wow. Swans too. Let me... Wow. すごい。
ノッシーと歩いてる。ほうがオスで、カッカがメスで。
Kaka is the female,
Female.
and the
Ooh,
goo is the male.
male.
Wow.
They are couple and the unison call.
Mm-hmm.
うん。テリトリー、なんだ、テリトリーを主張してる。
主張してる
主張しているっていう。
主張してるって。
主張、テリトリーを宣言。ここは私のテリトリーだっていう。
Ah, okay.
はい。
So they have a tutorial
うわ、
call.
喧嘩。
Oh, sorry. She's pointing out.
Fighting.
They're fighting. So they are territorial and 一生カップル。
はい、そう。
They mate for life. So these are called tancho in Japanese, and the endangered red-crowned cranes. 身長どれぐらいありますか？
背の高さ150センチぐらい。
They're about 150 centimeters tall, she says,
はい。
which is about her height.
でも、体重は同じとは言えなくて。
But they don't weigh as much as she does.
体重はね、7キロから8
They are only 7 or 8 kilos.
でも
結構違いますね。
かなり違う。
かなり違います。Pretty different. Wow, that's incredible. すっごいですね。
そうですね。8時に餌を持ちましたので、それを食べて、一回、ほら、ああいうふうにね、帰っていく先がいて、
Uh-huh. So
お
she
腹がいっぱいになったら、帰ります。
so she said they fed the cranes at 8 a.m. And once they have had their fill, they will start to fly back to the river. そう、私たちが前撮影したとき、川行ってみて。
はい、行きましたね。
So we actually went to the river to watch the cranes fly here. Take off, we're here 3 years ago? 3年前?
そうね。
Can we zoom in closer or we'll go to focus? Let me try. That is, I think, the max zoom I can do, perhaps. But you'll have to tell me if it's out of focus or not. It's a little bit difficult for me to see in this moment. どれくらいここで働いてますか？
私ですか？もうね、20年近いですね。
She's been working here for 20 years, about. じゃあ私、北海道に来たと同じくらい。
ああ、本当？
どうなってるな。
大丈夫。こうなってる。
Thank you. 考えたほど寒くない。It's not as cold as I expected.
今日はマイナス20度。
It's minus 20 degrees Celsius? まだそう感じない。
ね、ドライだから、乾燥してるから、
寒くない。But,
太陽の
right, we have the sunshine, and it's dry, so it doesn't feel quite as cold. Aren't they beautiful?
多い時で150話ぐらいの
Okay, she says they're gonna cry here in a minute, she thinks. Ah, gonna fly. Okay, there's a little bit of a fight happening here. She says it's gonna fly. They're thinking about time to head home. Oh, watch, guys. Did you catch them flying? They're flying very low through the trees. They're asking, do they feed them because there isn't enough natural food? 自然で自分の食べ物なくて餌あげてる。
そうですね。
That's exactly right.
彼らは雑食なので、魚とか虫とか、穀物、何でも食べるんですけど、冬はね、やっぱり食べ物が少ないので。
She says they're zakshoku, which I believe is they'll eat anything, is what she said. They eat fish and insects and a variety of food, but in the winter here, it is not enough for them to stay. これが野生動物かサンクチュアリというのを、守っているとか。
そうですね。守っている、ちゃんと保護の施設なので、給仕場としてフィーディングサイトとして、環境省から指定された場所になります。
So they are protected, and this is a feeding site. So I think you could say that it is a sanctuary. Got it zoomed at 6 times. So I hope the visual is nice and clear. They look very tall this way. すごく背の高いように見えます。
そうですね。彼はね、コーンを巻いてます。
She says they're feeding them corn. どれぐらい巻いてるんですか
？1羽あたり300グラムという計算なのと、多分30キロか45キロ。今100羽から150羽ぐらいここに来てる。
She says there's about 100 to 150 birds that come to feed here, and they calculate it to be about 300 grams per bird. So 30 to 40 kilos of food a day. Why do they stand on one leg so often? 片手足に立てる理由は、
足冷たいから。
because their feet are cold. 結構それで笑ってる人がいます。
骨の作りがね、片足でも両足でもバランス常に保っていくことができるという骨の形なので大丈夫なの。転んだりしません。
She says the shape of their bones makes it really easy for them to stand on just one leg, either leg, and they won't fall over or lose their balance. なるほどって。で、一年中餌巻いてますか？
いいえ、冬の間だけですね。冬の間彼らが自分たちで自然の餌を食べることができないので、少しだけこう手を貸してあげているっていう。
なるほど。I just asked if they feed the cranes year round, and Miyuki said that no, only in the winter, when it's hard for them to find enough natural food. So they're just giving a little support. もし餌巻いてなかったら、どっか飛んで暖かい場所に行く？
暖かい場所には行っても住む場所がないので行けないので、それでお腹を空かして死んでしまって、そして数がすごく減って一時はもう絶滅したっていうふうに言われてたんですね。
Okay, so I just asked if they didn't feed the birds, would they maybe fly south for the winter, go somewhere warm? And she says that there's not a place for them to live outside of Hokkaido. So in the past, they would starve and die off, and that's how they became an endangered species. So they're really doing something great here. いつぐらいから この活動してるようになったんですか？
70年ぐらい前。
Okay, they've been doing this for about 70 years. じゃあ70年前で本当に
もう
数が少なすぎで、
で、ここの畑に降りてきた山頂に、ここの畑の、まあ、地主さんが、山頂がいるって言って、で、自分の食べ物を分け与えたっていう場所なので、ここはすごく歴史的場所なの。
Oh, this place has a lot of history where they noticed the cranes were landing in the field, and so the locals began to share their food with the cranes. Diane's asking, how often are they fed? Once a day or twice? 何回一日で餌撒いてますか？
1日ね、朝8時と昼1時。
Twice a day at 8 in the morning and 1 in the afternoon. どれぐらい時間かかりますか？餌をまく。
いや、もう。
I asked how long does it take to feed the birds, and she said no. Like that. They're asking, are there any natural predators? 自然になんか敵とかいますか？
ここまで大きいとそんなにいないですけど。
At this size, she says they really don't have any real
でも
predators.
寝てるときはちょっと油断するので、キツネとか、ミンクとか。
Okay, but when they're sleeping, they can be vulnerable to foxes and minks. Okay, I think you want me to zoom in on the cranes, not Miyuki's pores, right?
山頂はね、渡り鳥がないので、一年中北海道に暮らして夏は湿原、白湿原を、まあ、中心とした場所でブリーディング。
So these are not migratory birds. They live year-round in Hokkaido. And in the summer, they live in the Shitsugen or the Kushiro marshland. それは、この前言った川が湿原か違います。
違います。あそこはまたメグラの川。
So I was asking, when we filmed for TV 3 years ago, we went to a river to watch the cranes take off in the morning to come here to the feeding ground. And I asked if that was like the same area as the marshland. She said, no, it's not. So it's a bit further. ありがとう。この鳥、トラッキングしてますか？なんか、それ、場所がわかるようにとか何かつけてる。
ウィング？一部ついてます。少しだけ。
They only track a few of the birds, she says. すごいですね。
ちょっとダイヤモンドダストみたいな。
Oh, she said there's diamond dust. 今？
なんか、ほら。
本当だ、本当だ。I don't know that the camera's picking it up. I doubt it. But we can see diamond dust in the air, which means it is extremely cold. It's like glitter flying in the air. I'm going to zoom out a little bit and just hope that maybe the camera will pick up on the diamond dust a little bit at a normal focus. Can you see the glitter in the air? Is this the time they have babies? いつ子供生まれますか？
春ですね。5月とか。
Around May or June. In spring is when they have babies. Yeah, I'm afraid the diamond dust is not something you could probably see without a really great camera. 多分ダイヤモンドダストです。そのカメラなら見える？
ダイヤモンドダスト？難しいよね。難しいね。
Even with her amazing super focus lens. But yeah, with the naked eye, it's just like this gorgeous little glitter, fine glitter dancing on the air. You can maybe see in the snow on the ground that it's shining that way too. Can you see how the snow is sparkling like glitter? I know it's a little out of focus being this zoomed in. So let me zoom out a little bit. Yes. I'm loving these trees so much. Covered with あ、この木になんか
ああ、
英語で hoarfrost かな、
はいはいはいはい。流氷とかね。
流氷。Yeah, the hoarfrost is beautiful.
そこをバックに、担当がバーッとね、今朝飛んできたんですよ。
あ、そう。
風景です。
何時からいたんですか？
私は7時半ちょっと前かな。
So she was here around 7:30 taking photos of the cranes as they flew in. Can only see it zoomed in. Okay. We'll zoom in some more. This is the max zooming. Ah, so peaceful. 本当になんか平安な感じ。
そうですね。私はとても幸せな毎日を過ごしているんです。
She says she's living a very happy life every day. 確かにそうですね。毎日ここで。
そうです。毎日担当と
じゃあ、20年のキャリアで、
はい。
ずっとこれ。
ずっとです。20年見ていても飽きない美しさ、魅力。もう素晴らしい生き物です。
She said, even working here 20 years, she never gets tired of the beauty of the cranes. I agree. They are fantastic. Must be lovely to be able to come and see them every day. 毎日それ本当にラブリーですね。もうすごい。Oh, can you see the flying? There, they just flew into view. すごいですね。ちょっと移動していいかな？
はい。
すいません。看板がちょっと真ん中に入って、ビューがこっちから綺麗かな？ So just gonna move to get that sign a little bit out of the way. Can tourists come and see the cranes? 普通に一般人もここに来れるんですよね。
はい、そうですよ。
Absolutely. This is a tourist attraction in Kushiro. I mean, I have a special connection with Miyuki because we work together. So I'm able to enjoy her exclusive time with you guys right now, but it's totally open for anyone to come here. そう、みゆきさんと前仕事一緒にしたからちょっと特別に今時間いただいてるかもしれないけど誰でもここに来て楽しめることができます。
朝早くからフォトグラファーが。おはようございます。
おはようございます。他のちっちゃい鳥は何ですか？
カモがいたりとか、ハトとか。
Okay, so there are some other smaller birds you might see flying around. Mallards and doves. I was going to say pigeons, so that's a much nicer translation. Yeah, dove は当てると思います。特に白いなら。その方が魅力的な言い方だし。Crows? So we got some cranes that are flying. Oh, good. Postcard time, guys. Wow, that was great.
That's family.
It's a family.
Yeah.
Oh. 3匹で?
はい。
So that's a family of 3 we just saw fly in. Parents and child. Do both male and females have the ruby crown? 男もメスも赤いのあれ。
同じです。
It's the same.
怒っている時に赤い部分が大きく広がるんですね。
She says when they get angry, the red part of the crown becomes even more prominent.
あの方はね、皮膚なんですよ。
Ah, it's skin.
うん。
So
そうで、血液の色が透けて見えているような状態で、
you can see it's the blood coming up to the surface when they get riled up that makes them red crowned.
で怒ってと血液が、血流が良くなって皮膚が膨らんで
Mm,
赤い部分が大きくなるっていう。
right. So just like when we get red in the face, that's what happens to the crowns of the cranes.
あ、また飛んできた。
Oh, some more flying in here. So it's a bit like a crown on cockerels. I would think so.
怒ってる怒ってる。
お
おー、すごいすごい。
She said they're getting angry.
うんうん、そうそう。
怒ってる怒ってる。
あったかな、こう、こう、
Ah,
ってね。
she's very good at mimicking the cranes. Do they come near you when you feed them? 餌撒いてる時近くに来る？
あ、うん、来ます。
Yes, they do.
でも、ある程度距離はね、彼らは取れますので、触ることはできない。
But they do keep their distance. You cannot touch them. 触るほど近くできないね。Please, guys, take some beautiful postcards for me. Do they mate for life? Yes, they are life bonded pairs. And as we just saw a few minutes ago, we had a family of 3 fly in. So, how long do the parents take care of the children? Is what I'm going to ask. 子供の預かりとか、今3匹一緒に来たでしょうね。
はいはい、
どれぐらい一緒にいる？
もうすぐ離れなきゃいけない。だから子供が1歳を迎える前には離れて別々の道を歩みます。
Okay, so they need to separate from the parents within their first year. So it's going to be soon because when spring comes, that's baby making time. なるほど。
もうすぐね、彼らが求愛の季節にかかって、今ほらダンスをしようとしてます。ラブダンスですね。
Oh, so they're doing the love dance over here because it is almost mating season. I think she means these two love birds right here. Becca, thank you so much for your tip. It really means so much to have your sponsorship to allow me to take the time to do these tours. Oh, there's one kind of close. So let me zoom out to show you what this is zoomed out. But it feels like about this to me. Marlene says, yes, pay the guides and support HeyGo so we don't lose this great platform that we all love. Yes. They look heavier than 18 kilograms. Actually, I believe she said they were between 7 and 8 kilos. 体重7か8キロしかない。
そうです。
うん、もともと重そうって言われてる。
骨がすごくこう軽く、
うん、
人間でいうと骨粗鬆症みたい
あ
な、すごく空洞がある骨なんですよ。なので軽量化されてます。
So they're actually just between 7 to 8 kilograms, but their bone structure is very light compared to like humans. And of course, their feathers give them a lot of volume. 羽の方も結構ボリュームに見えるもあるですよね。
はい。結構音もバスバス出るぐらい。
She says that you can really hear the sound when they fly. Their wings are so expansive.
目を広げたら2メートル20センチから40センチ。
So when they spread their wings, they're around 2 meters and 30 or 40 centimeters. They're dancing over there in the distance. Zoom in a little bit more. I hope it can be in focus. Wow. 本当だ. It's really sunny here. I feel like I might be getting a sunburn. Carol asks, what are they eating? They are being fed corn here at the Crane Center. But they do eat a variety of food. He says they'll eat anything, but typically fish and insects and such when they can forage them. So peaceful. 本当に幸せだね。
何時間でも見ている。
Who pays for their feed? 誰が払ってますか？この
国です。
The country is paying for it? The government pays for it? じゃあ70年でこういうものができて So this program's been in place for 70 years. But the center started out historically where the locals noticed the cranes were here in winter and they began to share their food with the birds. How tall do they get? 身長もう一回聞かれてますね。
はい。150センチ。
150 centimeters, so a meter and a half tall. And their wingspan is about 2.3, 2.4 meters. もともと背の高いように見えるって言われてます。They look way taller.
広いから。
Probably because it's very expansive space, so they look pretty tall. They must love these birds. Yes, they are very beloved here in Hokkaido. この鳥すごい北海道で愛されてますね。
そうですね。北海道の鳥に指定されてます。
Yes, this is the bird of Hokkaido, or like a symbol of Hokkaido for sure.
日本はね、北海道にしかいないんでね。
They only live in Hokkaido, in Japan. 他の国とか、
他の国は中国大陸、まあロシアの方に、ロシアで繁殖して、まあ中国大陸の方で暮らしてるのもいます。
There, you can find red crown cranes also in parts of Russia and China, but in Japan, this is the only place you can see them. Okay, closer again, please. Sure.ここに餌撒いてなかったら、こんなに近くに一緒にいること。
ないですね。
I just asked if they weren't being fed here together, would the birds typically congregate so close? And she said, no, probably not.
タンチョウはね、こういうふうに、ワイルドなもので20年ぐらい生きるんですよ。
So in the wild, they live about 20 years?
で飼っているとね、40年ぐらい生きる。
飼ってる？
飼育、キャプティブ。
Okay, so in captivity, they live up to 40 years.
やっぱり、
本当だ。
長生きなので、長生きだとか平和とか幸せとか、そういうポジティブな象徴でね、日本ではめでたいと。
So it's celebrated bird in Japan because of its longevity and the peaceful nature. Are the females smaller than the male adult birds? メスの方が小さいですか？
少し小さいです。
They are just a little bit smaller, she says. 本当にすごいですね。Thank you so much, Julie, for the tip. That is wonderful. Your support means so much. So if you are new to HeyGo, there is a little button at the bottom of your screen that allows you to take postcards. Take as many as your heart desires, save them, you can share them to social media. By all means, please tag me if you like to post things to Instagram or Facebook or TikTok, wherever you might. And if you haven't yet, please follow me here on HeyGo and any other social media that you might be on. I've got a lot of different kinds of content that I post and tours that I do. Thank you so much for the follow, Dawn. If you're just joining now, we are in Kushiro, Hokkaido at the Red-Crowned Crane Center. Thank you for the follow, Storm. And my friend and guide, Miyuki, has walked the other direction. So the center is comprised of this section and also over on that side. But I think this is a nicer view today. Hillary, thank you so much for the tip. Your support is so appreciated. And it allows me to take the time from an otherwise very busy schedule to plan and do tours like this. Oh, there we go. Look at those guys. Thank you for the follow, Diane. Shannon, too. Elizabeth, thank you for following me. I'm a relatively new HeyGo guide. I've been on the platform for about 6 weeks. How far away is the river? 前見たの川、どれぐらい距離ですか？
ここからだと1時間くらい。
飛ぶ。車で、私今通りの方にどれぐらい遠いかなとか。
前行った川まで、車で1時間ぐらい。
So the river that we went to before to see the birds take off to come here, it takes about an hour by car. そんなに長かったですね。それ何時？
でも彼らは、あそこの川には行かないの。 またここの近くの川で寝てるんで。
Oh, so these birds are actually typically sleeping in the river closer to here. But the river where everybody goes to photograph the wild birds is about an hour drive. それいつも何時ぐらい人が写真撮りに行くんですか？川。
4時とか。
So people go typically 4 and 5 in the morning to take pictures of the birds at that river, which we did. 私たちもそうでしたね。
そうでしたね。
It was minus 17 degrees that day, but it's minus 20 today. Doesn't feel like it with this beautiful sunshine. I don't even have gloves on, which I can hardly believe, but I'm okay. It's fine. Do they sleep standing up? 立ってるままで寝てますか？ Yes, they do. Are there other feeding areas? これ以外なんか餌あげてるところありますか？
ありますね。ここ3つ大きな餌を。
There are 3 places, that large places that feed the birds.
あと、小規模の、小さな、給仕場、農家の方にお願いしている。
And they also ask smaller places like farms to feed the birds. それ国が頼んでか。
それは北海道
で
私たちは国、環境省。
Okay.
はい。
So this center is part of the Tourism Bureau, supported by the government, but the Hokkaido local government asks farmers and different places to also help in feeding the birds. Very interesting ね。すごい面白いです。時間をいろいろあると思うので、はい、遠慮なく。
幼稚園の子供たち。
そう、そのこと。幼稚園の話で自分の子でそれで何歳で聞いて。なるほど。じゃあ、幼稚園生がここに来ます。じゃあ、それで、うちは、とかいろいろ、仕事の。幼稚園の子供たちに、さんのお話をするんです。すごい。邪魔じゃないだったら、ちょっと近くにいるかな。Okay, so I just found out she's got a schedule that we are going to have fun with, I think. There's a group of kindergartners, preschoolers coming here in a little while. I thought she was telling me that she had to go to the kindergarten to pick somebody up when we were first in the car. My mistake. Dan says, great pictures and also interesting. Many thanks. Well, thank you. So we're about halfway through this tour. We'll probably head inside the Crane Center to warm up just a little bit, but so far so good. Might want to head in and put some sunscreen on, honestly. Hello, Katrina, Allison. Just if you post a comment and I haven't seen it, feel free to copy and paste it and repost it into the comment section. If you have a question that I haven't answered. And if you're just joining, we are in Kushiro, Hokkaido, Japan, at the Red-Crowned Crane Center. And there's about 100 to 150 birds being congregated in this area. They're really close. And Miyuki's kind of headed over there to either take pictures or maybe go meet her group. Let's go follow her and see what she's going to see. Can you hear this crunchy snow? They really do look very tall up this close. So here's a shot of the center. Got some birds in flight. Is there a cam to watch them from home? That is a really great question. I have to try and ask our guide when she gets back, although I think she might be with their kindergarten group from now. I can certainly try and research that and see if they have a live. I don't think that they do, though. I mean, it seems like something you would hear about. Got a nice new angle here. Zoom out a little bit. Got one bird that's really quite close. You can hear the bird pecking at the food along with the sasa bamboo. I'm surely hoping we can see the kindergartners see the cranes because I think that's going to be adorable. Oh, you can see them dancing over there. Oh, this is a good spot. Can you see this guy dancing over here? Zoom in. Oh, there, they're dancing. They're called the ballerinas of the snow, I believe, in Japanese. Please do take lots and lots of postcards and share them with me. So I'm happy to zoom in closer. On my camera, it doesn't look extremely clear. So I'm just curious about the quality of the pictures. I hope you're getting a nice, clear view where you are. Postcards are not very clear when it's too close. Okay, so I'll be zooming in and out from time to time, but please at any time feel free to ask me to zoom in or out. You can see there's a little body of water here. This is all the way zoomed out. When fully zoomed out, too hard to see. Yes, well, I'll just give you a little taste of what it looks like in the grand scheme. And then hopefully we can find a really good balance for what is one zoom out from full zoom was good. Okay. So I believe this is full zoom, which seems to be a bit blurry. And this is one out. I think I am going to have to put some gloves on in a minute or switch hands between pockets. You can see the diamond dust just floating by my eyes. It's really cool. Just like if you are joining more recently, diamond dust is this like glitter like substance in the air. Super, super fine snow, in other words, and it's all over the place. It has to be about minus 20 degrees Celsius, I believe, to see it, which means that's what it is. You can see the diamond dust. That's great. I'm so happy. It's like really super visible to me now. Joanne P, thank you so much for the tip. You guys really make this possible for me to come and wake up with just 4 hours of sleep to come and be here for you all. Because this is not something I would typically do just for myself, honestly. I've been here before on a TV program as a travel reporter and got paid a nice wage to be chauffeured around and fed delicious things and have a professional cameraman and director tell me where to do, what to stand. So for me, like, that's an amazing memory. But because of HeyGo and all of you, it's giving me the chance to come and do something that I maybe wouldn't have done on my own otherwise. Because I love to share experiences. Sharing is caring is much more fun this way. Oh, a little fight there. Thank you, Alyssa. Your tips mean so much. And if you're new to HeyGo, yes, this is a tip and sponsor-based platform. 60% of your tips go to the guides and 40% goes to HeyGo, which half of that covers just administration fees for all of the technology that they're employing for us to be able to have this service. Melanie, thank you so much. Your tip is so greatly appreciated. Makes me feel appreciated. Yes, we really do need to do what we can to support HeyGo and its system that allows this to be free for people to watch. I know another guide here in Japan also was doing tours with another platform that canceled her regular weekly program because they had to cancel like a whole area of their platform due to lack of support. And yes, I agree, Marlene. We don't want HeyGo to fall like two other platforms in the past weeks. Seems like they keep changing with the times, which is good, and I hope they'll continue. Again, I'm really new to HeyGo, just about 6 weeks into my guide journey. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. If you haven't followed me yet and you're enjoying this tour, please go hit that follow button because I have got so many more tours planned in the coming days, especially while I'm here in Kushiro. I have things that I am planning to do that I have not booked just because of the timing. I'm not exactly sure when I'm going to be able to catch that bus or take that walk downtown. So please do subscribe and hit the notification bell on any tours that look fun to you, especially my surprise tours. In Hokkaido, I have two, a 60-minute and a 20-minute tour. If you want to hit the notification bell on those, that's probably where I will be streaming from throughout the day in the next few days as we travel. Thank you so much, Carrie, Stacy, Dee, and Hillary for following me. Once I reach a goodly amount of followers, I will create my own Facebook group where we can interact about all things Hokkaido, Japan. Thank you, Grace, for the link. I'm not exactly sure what it's for. you don't mind putting that in the chat would be very helpful, so people know if they want to click on it. Stacy, thank you so much for the tip. Are they live streaming the cranes on YouTube? Or is that the live streaming cranes for the center? Carrie, thank you for joining. I'm so glad you enjoyed this tour. We still have another 30 minutes or so to go. And then I believe that my return bus is going to be probably an hour later. So I might stream a bit longer. Yes, this is a blockbuster tour because it's been 3 years since I've had an opportunity to come out to Kushiro, Eastern Hokkaido. I didn't want to waste the opportunity to really show everyone. Wendy, hello, and thank you so much for the tip. It really means so much to have your support. I paid 1,200 yen just for the bus here, and I'm going to pay that again for the bus back. It'd be really nice to at least make tips for the bus fare. So I do appreciate that so very much. Oh, there's a nice flight. Bye-bye, birdies. Okay, thank you, Grace. Yeah, so if you are watching this live on YouTube and you want to interact with the conversation, please go to heygo.com/Delaina and you'll see this tour listed on my page. And you can absolutely support the platform and support me as a guide there with our tip-based sponsorship. We are in Kushiro, Hokkaido, Japan, watching the red-crowned cranes. I'm wondering where our guide has gone to. Maybe she's with the kindergarten group indoors. Some dancing birds over here. There they are. See those dancers? You can totally see why they're called the ballet dancers of the North. Hello, Patrick. Jen, Queen. Thanks for joining. Yes, I like their little jumps in the air too, Dawn. They're so very graceful. Oh, look at that beautiful wing pattern. Yes, you can totally see the crane's breath. There's one fairly close to us here. And our guide said that the couples caw in their own unique pattern. I believe that's a male that we're hearing with that particular caw. So if you're joining more recently on this red-crowned crane tour in Kushiro, Hokkaido, Japan, we are at the Crane Center. It's about a 40 to 50 minute bus ride from Kushiro City. And there were over 50 stops on the bus that I took this morning. Get here, it's around minus 20 degrees Celsius. You can see diamond dust in the air and the crane's breath. But it couldn't have been a better morning as far as the weather goes. It's gorgeous and sunny. Carrie, thank you so much for your tip. Everyone, really, I would encourage you, if you're going to tip on a tour, let this be the one, because this is definitely a blockbuster tour for me. And I woke up at 6:30 this morning with about 4 hours of sleep after taking a 5-hour train from Sapporo City. Thank you, Carrie. Thank you, Queen, and you so much. And Karen, thank you. So it was a little bit heart-racing moment when I was messaging our friend and guide Miyuki. Thank you, Nancy, so very much. And she's like, what time are you coming to the Tsurui Crane Center? I was like, wait, Tsurui? That's another hour away from where I thought we were meeting. But it was just some confusion, I suppose, because this is definitely the place where she and I were on TV together 3 years ago. Almost exactly 3 years ago to the date. So until the pandemic, I was working seasonally as a professional travel reporter for the New Chitose Airport on a program called Have Fun in Hokkaido. And this is the very last place that we showcased on the program here in Eastern Hokkaido. Not only did we come to the Crane Center, but we also got up and got to a river about an hour from here at 4 in the morning. Jen, thank you for your tip as well, so very much. And it was minus 17 degrees or so, but felt much colder than today. We've got this lovely sunshine keeping us pretty warm. I am afraid I might actually end up with a sunburn. So I didn't think about putting sunscreen on, but it's probably okay. So some little tidbits we picked up so far in our tour. The cranes weigh between 7 to 8 kilos and are 150 centimeters tall on average. The females are a bit smaller. Let's see if I can get these birds that are flying. Over to this other area. What is diamond dust? I don't know if you can see it still. Some people said they could before, but it looks like this glitter in the air from the cold temperatures. It's not really snow. It's not snowing, but just the molecules in the air are frozen into this gorgeous little glitter. And Hokkaido is quite famous for the diamond dust. You can probably see just the snow itself sparkling in a gorgeous way, but the diamond dust is floating on the air all around me. So we still have about 25 minutes left of this tour. I was thinking I would head into the center at some point and warm up, but we're doing really well outside, so I'm going to zoom out just a little bit to give you the grand scheme of things once more. So this is fully zoomed out. What the Crane Center feeding ground looks like. They have about 100 to 150 birds that come here to feed. The red-crowned cranes are not migratory. They live in Hokkaido year-round. And they mate for life. You'll see some of these families with their younglings who are going to be flying the nest, so to speak, soon. Babies are born in the spring. Mating season's about to start. So you can see them dancing and calling out to each other. And so the young birds will leave their parents' side before their first year is up. Where are their nests built? So they don't actually have. That's a great question. I went on a canoeing trip for that program where we canoed in this season down the Kushiro River. Pardon me. And I believe their nests are built right in the marsh and riverbeds, if I remember correctly. That is a question we'll definitely have to pose to our guide when we get to see her again. So when I went canoeing on the Kushiro River, it was gorgeous and freezing. And we only saw one crane couple that I remember on that trip, but we did see Blakeston owls, really, really big owls, and hawks and a number of other wildlife. You can see some other birds flying around here as well. We've got crows and doves and seagulls. The Kushiro River does not freeze. It's a warm river, as I recall the guide saying. I mean, obviously, parts and sections of it do get frozen here and there, but you can canoe in it all year round. And it's a very slow-flowing, comfortable river to do a tour on. You do not need to be a canoe expert. Sounds like music. Tell you guys, the timing could not have been better this morning with the momentary panic that I wasn't going to be able to make it to see my friend Miyuki guide because of thinking we were going to different crane centers. And then her offer to pick me up from the bus station made my journey here so much smoother. and allowed me to be on time with the broadcast. And that's how it goes. Things are always working out. This is the Kushiro skin, Kushiro marsh. And the Red-Crowned Crane Center has been here for 70 years. With this government-sponsored initiative to feed the cranes during the winter when their natural sources of food are quite low. Got a little spat going on there. So if you're tuning in now, it's the skin on the red-crowned cranes' heads that turns red when they are flushed with emotions and angry, so to speak. It's like us getting red in the faces. Oh, I think I hear the kindergartners' voices. Shall we go see if we can find them? I'm going to zoom out a little bit so it's not quite so jarring as we pick up my bag and go explore a little bit. Hello, Mary. Thank you for joining. It is the most gorgeous day here at the Red Crown Crane Center. And if anyone is watching on the YouTube live stream, if you would like to be able to comment and ask questions directly, please go over to heygo.com, HeyGo.com/Delaina, Delaina, and you'll find my guide page where you can click on to book this tour for absolutely free. And then you can join in the live conversation. Also, the same goes if you're watching through Facebook Live or anywhere else. I will be doing lots more amazing tours over the next few coming days. We'll also be going to the Sapporo Snow Festival, which runs between February 4th to the 11th. And if you are on HeyGo now, please give me a follow if you're enjoying this tour. And thanks so much again to everyone who has helped to sponsor this tour through your tips. The JAL logo is a red-crowned crane. And my mother-in-law was in the 33rd class of Japan Airlines flight attendant school. She speaks wonderful English. And it's a little personal, but she is now in her 80s, and she and my father-in-law are being moved to nursing care today, actually. So that's kind of a big change in our family. But anytime I think of Japan Airlines, of course, I think of her. Hello, Jeannie. Thank you, Queen, for the hugs. I appreciate that. But honestly, it's, I think, the best solution. And the care here in Japan is just exceptional. You can see the crane's breath frozen on the air. Oh, and the red crown is really prominent on this tall boy or girl, because both the men and the female birds have the same red crown. I'm gonna guess it's a male. Oh, got some birds in flight over here. Can we get to them in time? No. Oh, can see them in a bit. Let's walk over to the other section of the center and see what we can see. There are also some swans over on this side. Hello, Caroline, Catherine, and David. Thank you so much for joining. Your comments and questions are very welcome in the chat. If anyone is new to me, my name is Delaina. I am the voice of Hokkaido, announcing the next stop is Sapporo Station. Thank you for riding JR Hokkaido today on some of the trains and many buses, streetcars, subway stations, and much, much more. Okay, so here we have a whole gaggle of swans. Is that what they're called? Yeah, I know, the swans are really incredible. I'm going to zoom out so you can see the grander scheme for a moment. That's fully zoomed out, although it looks closer in person. I like the way they waddle, that's fun. It's looking a little bit fuzzy on my screen, so I'm going to zoom out just a little bit more. We still have about 15 minutes left of this tour. I really did not expect to be spending the entirety of it outdoors. I thought we would head into the center for a little while to warm up, but it's so gorgeous outside, and the sunshine is definitely making it feel less than, not as cold as it really is. It's about minus 20 degrees Celsius, which means we can see diamond dust in the air. Yes, I think the swans do look a little clumsy compared to the ballerinas of the north. Cranes. It is funny how they lay on the snow, unlike the cranes. Well, I don't think the swans have that long-legged ability to stand up on one leg at a time. I don't think they have a choice. I think we will head back over to the other section because it's a much nicer view. And I do not know where the kindergarten group has begun their tour, so I'm afraid we may not get to see their little cherub faces enjoying the cranes. But if you were able to join the first half of the tour, please send your love to Miss Miyuki, who gave us her expertise on all things cranes and has been working here at the center for 2 decades, which is about the same amount of time that I have lived in Hokkaido. I will give her everyone's comments when I see her at the end. Well, thank you so much to all the people who have joined this tour. It's about 10 minutes. If you are new to HeyGo, there's a button where you can take your own postcards, save them to your profile, save them and share them on your social media. Share them with me if you will. It's not something I can do while I'm giving a tour. So if you get some good postcards, photos from this, I read them. Please tag me if you share them on your social media. I'm Delaina or at Delaina on most platforms. Also, I've created a special survey to find out more about what kind of content you would enjoy me to make. I'm a bit of a Renaissance person. I do a lot of different things, from these kind of traditional outdoor tours to yoga and music and meditation sessions, songwriting sessions, narration record home studio here in Japan. We'll be having some restaurant and cafe tours. And if you haven't followed me yet, please do so, and then go look at the different tours that are listed, especially the surprise tours or cafe tours, because those are things that are going to be booked suddenly in the next as I travel through Eastern Hokkaido. And look, we have our kindergarten class now. They are adorable, aren't they? Ohayou. Good morning. They are so adorable in their snow gear and their yellow hats. I also teach English at the preschool level, university level, and all ages, from babies to retired. So I'm gonna stay out here until the very end of our tour. But I would stick around and just say hello at the end, with much crane viewing time as possible. I want to thank everyone who has commented and participated, and especially for all of the tips that really make these tours possible. So thank you, Nancy E. This has been a treat for me as well. Thank you for giving me a reason to come out here today. I still have to take the bus an hour to the city and then prepared to teach 4 back-to-back seminars in preparation for the Adventure Tour Guides World Summit, which is happening here in Hokkaido in September this year. So that's what I'm here for, is to actually instruct tour guides in English communication. And this is my time off, so I'm happy to be spending it with you. Actually got some birds quite close here. Thank you, Stacy. And since I'm still a relatively new HeyGo guide, I'm not eligible yet for sponsorships. So if you want to support me, it's through tips right now. You have Patreon for special supporters, particularly for music singer and songwriter as well. You're very welcome, Joanne. I'm happy that you got to finally see this. If you want to know more about me, you can visit all of my links at linktr.ee/delaina Miyazaki. That's my full name, just like Miyazaki Hayao, the Studio Ghibli famous artist. You're welcome, Marlene. And hello, Andrew. This has been a very beautiful, peaceful morning amid the diamond dust and the red-crowned cranes. Tancho. And anyone who is watching on the YouTube live broadcast, my channel for YouTube is at Delaina Miyazaki, DelaimiYazaki. I'm also trying to get subscribers there so that I can begin to do kinds of content. If you would like to see this content in full on my channel in the future, then please let me know and go to delainamiyazaki.com/survey to take a 60-second or a little more feedback survey on what kind of content you'd like to see. So grateful this was a longer tour and I was able to join and see the beautiful birds. Thank you so much. I just discovered you on Alex Wilson's seminar, which was so good. Oh, lovely. Yes, I got to participate in the HeyGo mindfulness retreat not that long ago. I did a yoga and live music session where I created a loop of as a meditative background. Ooh, got some birds kind of giving a little action here. Okay, we're just gonna be here for 2 more minutes on the birds and then I will no greetings. Thank you everyone who's joined the tour. If you haven't followed me yet, please do so and can still give tips even after the tour has ended if you are here in the chat. Please give whatever you're able to. These tours are not free for the guides to do. I'm paying about $20 in bus fare just to come ride an hour each way to get out here. Not to mention only hours so that I could get up and do this before I have to be at work. Jen, yes, my life is indeed. Okay, if you're going to take any more postcards of the birds, this is your last 30 seconds to do so. And then you're going to have me for just a couple of minutes. Thank you, Andrew, for following. I appreciate that so very much. There we have a bird flying off in the distance. Okay, everyone, this has been a blockbuster tour with me, Delaina, here in Hokkaido, Japan. We are in Kushiro. If you are just joining more recently or new to HeyGo, and me, thank you for the tips so very much. Please, now is a great time to leave tips. It's going to make my day if I at least make my bus fare here. That would be, I mean, I hope for more because it's a lot of work and time being a tour guide, but I appreciate getting to know you all. I am Delaina. I've been in Hokkaido for 21 years. I work professionally as a travel reporter. Thank you, Diane, so much, which is not a lot since COVID. The last time I was here was 3 years ago, right when the pandemic was making headlines in the news. And I was filming for the airport and getting paid a pretty penny to be chauffeured around and fed delicious food. And so it's a very different situation scenario now. Excuse me, I think I need a little drink. My number one claim to fame is that I'm also one of the voices on the trains announcing the next Sapporo station. Thank you for riding JR Hokkaido today. You can hear me on the major public transportation throughout Hokkaido, Japan, and other places too. I also am an educator and I'm a professional singer-songwriter. So you can join me on future tours from my home studio in Sapporo, where I show you how to write music, record narration. I bought this yesterday thinking it was regular water. It's yogurt flavored water. Not bad. But look when I first drank it. So that is me. Thank you so much for the follows, for the tips, the love. I will be back sooner than you might see listed. I have not booked times for certain tours like lunch review whenever I get to a restaurant. I might have to just go back and take a nap, but we'll see. I'm hoping to join a jazz live music session on Friday night here. So that'll be tomorrow. And then we're planning a train tour back to Sapporo with this gorgeous wintry snowscape. Everyone who's joined, thank you so much again for your follows, tips, and your love. And I will see you very soon. Mata ne!